Are you concerned about the rising prices in 2026 due to all the economic and political things going on? Let's talk about that, how to save money. Hi, I'm Alanna, and today we're going to talk about how to survive the rising prices due to the economic and political situations that are going on. So, number one, cut your own hair, cut your family's hair. And this is something that I've been doing since a teenager. I would cut my own hair, my family's hair, and now that I'm married and, moved away from my family of birth, I cut all of my children's hair and my husband's hair. And you can buy a kit and watch some YouTube videos and learn how to do it. It's not that difficult. And you can save $80 per person, $50 to $80 per person, and that happens every couple of months. So you can save a lot of money in the year by cutting hair. And you don't have to be perfect. I've been cutting my own hair for many years. I would have a haircut from a professional every once in a while through the years. And I just want to say that my haircuts are not perfect. But on the other hand, I've never had a perfect haircut from a hairdresser either. So there's that. Number two, do your own nails or don't do nails at all. And the same thing goes for eyelashes and all these cosmetic things. I know everyone loves to feel pretty and special and rich, but it's not. If you're needing to cut down on expenses, those are easy places to cut because they aren't serving a useful purpose. Unless you're a model who needs to have her nails done and things like that, people will understand when you have nails that are just regular like everyone else or done yourself, and they can still be beautiful. Number three, homemade meals cooked from scratch. Now, if you buy a loaf of bread, it can range anywhere from $5, excuse me, to $9, depending, if it's a fancy sourdough. And those are all really easy things to learn how to make, as well as your own meals. Just eating out once a week can blow through your whole budget for the week for food. So making meals at home is such a money savings. And I know it's really convenient when we're tired or if we're traveling, and those can be gotten around by planning ahead. And it's, again, if it's necessary, you got to do it, right? Number four, drive older vehicles. And as soon as you buy a new vehicle and drive it off the lot, it loses like 30% of its value. Yes, it's easier because you may have a warranty on it and you get free upkeep. But on the other hand, you have spent a whole lot of money. And it's important, or it's an easy way to save money, to just buy a used older vehicle, as long as it's not too run down and you're putting a lot of money into it. That is another issue. So you have to offset what's most important to you. Number five, do your own repairs if you can. Again, those vehicles, those older vehicles, if you can do your own repairs and your own upkeep, it saves a lot of money. And that goes for upkeep around your house, such as your appliances or maybe renovations or different upkeep that needs to be done. Number six, grow a garden. And this is the time to start in certain areas. For me, I still have a couple of months to putter around and not do anything. But for lots of people, gardening season is starting now. And you can save a ton of money by growing your own food. And I have another video talking a bit about what to grow. Maybe I do. If I do, I'll link it below. But there's different ways to look at growing food for your garden. You can grow calorie crops such as corn, potatoes, squashes, those things that will sustain you through long periods of time that store really well, and they give a lot of calories for the space that they're in. Real estate, as we like to call it. The other train of thought is those things are generally well, potatoes at least, are easy to buy at the grocery store. However, if they're not there, then it's best to have food that you have already grown. The other train of thought, though, is you can save money by buying the really expensive things that are in the store, or by not buying the really expensive things that are in the store and growing them instead. So that would be like your herbs and lettuce and greens, because those things, just a bunch of cilantro up here can be $2 or $3. If you can grow that bunch and it only costs you pennies to grow, that's a huge savings. Same thing with Swiss chard and kale, those types of things. Tomatoes and peppers, those can be expensive, and they are fairly easily grown at home. Even if you have short season or a long and hot season, you are able to find some things to grow. And when you're doing that to save money, you can even take some seeds from the produce that you buy at the grocery store. It probably won't taste as good as the stuff, as different varieties that you would get from a seed catalog, because those ones are meant for home growers who don't have to grow things that are picked young and early and not and that will sit on shelf for several weeks. So if you can, try and get seeds from reputable seed producers or trade with friends and family. Number 7, buy used items such as appliances, vehicles, and clothing. Oftentimes used ones will work just as well for a very long time. But you do have to choose carefully to make sure you're not getting duds. Number 8, buy in bulk. If you buy a large bag of flour, it's going to cost a lot less than that little bag of flour. And the same goes with pasta or anything else. So when you're buying, try and buy large amounts that have the least amount of packaging and have the least amount of processing. So for instance, you could buy that can of beans, but if you buy a dry bag of beans, it will last, first of all, last so much longer. Second of all, you will get so much more food out of it. Number 9, choose different things to do for entertainment. Instead of going out and paying for something to do, stay in or go out and find cheap alternatives. That could be playing games. It could be going camping. If you already have the equipment, if you have to go buy equipment, then it's not cheaper. So plan wisely. Watch TV, watch movies that you already own, use the library, read a book, go for a walk, play catch. There's lots of things that can be done. And if you go to like a secondhand store, you can often find the used equipment so that you can go and enjoy some of these activities. Number 10, turn down the heat and put on a sweater. Or the opposite of that is turn down the air conditioning and try to find other ways to cool yourself. That's not really an issue for me in my climate, but I know it is for others, for many other people. So do what you can to find ways to cool yourself off and or heat yourself, heat your area when it's necessary, that don't require electricity. Number 11, turn off the lights and close doors, that type of thing. We have a saying, were you born in a barn, close the door. It goes for with lights too. Try and reduce your electricity use by turning off things that are not being used. And you can go even a step further, number 12, and unplug electric things when they are not in use, because just having them plugged in creates a little drain on your electric bill. It does add up over time. Number 13, carpool. Share the gas. Number 14, reduce trips. Try and make one trip into town or one trip shopping because you'll spend less on gas and you won't spend so much on those extra things that you see. Oh, I need this, I need this. If you have a list and you go in with that certain list and that's all you're getting for that trip, then you're likely to save money. Number 15, eat beans rather than meat. I know lots of people don't want to hear this, but it is true. Beans are cheaper than meat, and they are, once, if you're eating them throughout the day, you eat them and then you eat some grains, you will have a complete protein. They don't have to be eaten at the same time together. They can just be spread out throughout your days or your week, and you will get enough protein. Number 16, make alterations to your clothes. So that could be whether you're getting bigger or smaller. You can make alterations to clothes, especially clothes that were bought cheap at a secondhand store. But just a point on that, not all secondhand stores are the same. Some are very expensive and some are very inexpensive. So just try and be choosy and find the ones that will fit your budget and your style. And then make alterations as you see fit, because it's not that difficult, really. And it can be fun and enjoyable. It can even be your entertainment. Let's see. Number 17, use different products, personal hygiene products that are cheaper. So for me, I use baking soda instead of shampoo in my hair, and I really love it. I've been doing it for several years. And my hair is pretty healthy, and it holds a style as if it had mousse or gel in it. Not quite gel, but mousse. It holds the style really well. And then I use vinegar instead of conditioner. Now, if you use an apple cider vinegar, which everyone says to use, that can be really expensive unless you make your own homemade vinegar, which is quite easy to do. And one person who has a lot of good tutorials on that is Rain Country on YouTube. But you don't even have to use a raw vinegar. You can just use white vinegar, which is what I've been using because it's cheaper and I don't have any vinegar that's homemade right now. Because it's really just to get the pH on your scalp to the right pH. And it's watered down with water, so it's diluted. Another option is a flaxseed gel to replace products for curly hair and gel. And it's quite an amazing thing. And that flax gel will go a long ways and last a long time. Let's see, where are we? We are at number 18, buy discounted products. That could be food, produce, meat, dairy, and freeze the extras. In my area, Walmart is really good for this, and Loblaws is really good for us. So that could be extra foods or independent grocers or probably Superstore. I haven't been in one for a while, but they probably do too. And there's even some apps that you can get where you can buy reduced food. For the Loblaws stores in Canada, it's the Flash Food app, and it's a really good thing. You can get some good deals on food. And like I said, just freeze the extra that you don't need right then. That's an option. Number 19, eliminate high interest credit debts. So that could be credit cards, high interest personal loans, car loans. Try and pay those off first so that you're not paying all the extra interest that comes with delayed payments. And if you're using credit cards, I have found that I pay a lot of our bills, do our grocery shopping and all that with our credit cards. And then as we build up rewards points, I use those rewards points to also pay off our credit cards. Or you can use them for other things. Number 20. Oh, I just talked about that, using the credit card payments to pay off the credit cards or get rewards. So that was number 20. Number 21, downsize. That could be your house, your vehicle, tools, hobbies, anything that requires a lot of maintenance or a lot of payments. If you can downsize to something that is smaller, that requires less input from you, that will be a savings for you. For us, I know that we could probably get rid of one vehicle. Being in the country and on an acreage, we try to have a truck for different jobs, but right now we have a truck for that, and then a vehicle for this, and a vehicle for that, and there's a lot going on, so we could downsize. And we'll probably get to that pretty soon. At least taking them off of insurance when we're not driving them, that's an option. And with houses, it's kind of difficult to downsize unless you know you're going to be in that situation for a long time, because you don't just want to jump from house to house to house if you're buying, because you will lose the payments that you put down just in your fees to your realtor. So just be aware of that. But if you can, downsizing is a great option for saving money. Let's see, number 22, get off of medications if you can, because medications do cost money every month. And it may be costing you out of pocket, or it may be costing you out of your health plan. It just depends. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying just cut off your medications. That would be really unwise. You have to work with your doctor and let them know, and see what other options there are. But there are a lot of herbal remedies or lifestyle changes that can be made that will help us be healthier and get us off medications. Number 23, get rid of streaming services, apps, subscriptions, memberships like gym, unused insurance add-ons. These are all things that take up our time and take up our money. And if we can get rid of them, we will be much better off. 24, use public transit instead of taxis or Ubers or even your personal vehicle sometimes. You can walk or bike, skateboard. if you're young and fit and have been able to do those things, those would be great. Anything that we can do to reduce our expenditures in transportation is helpful. Plus, if you're walking and biking, you get the added benefit of lifestyle changes or exercise to help you stay healthy. Number 25, this is the final one. And I think this is probably the most important one. It maybe should have been number 1, but get rid of the belief in the mindset that I deserve whatever nice thing I'm thinking about. It's that treat yourself mindset. And instead, I want you to think about, because no one wants to make these changes of reducing their cost and expenditures, because we've grown accustomed to them and we like the ease and enjoyment that comes from spending money. But there is no gain without some pain. So yes, these things are going to feel uncomfortable at first, but we do get accustomed to the new change, and that becomes our new normal. So there's that. But I want also to bring the thought that I deserve to be happy and healthy and financially secure. I deserve financial stability and security, peace of mind, and I deserve to retire someday. And if I'm spending all my money right now, that's not going to be able to happen. So it's that mindset of shifting it to, I deserve peace, I deserve retirement, instead of I deserve these things right now. It's a shift in our thinking, and that would really help motivate us to do all these other things when it's hard. Gives us a reason to make those sacrifices. So I hope this helps someone, and that gives you some insight and some ideas about how to save prices or how to survive the rising prices in this day and age, because I don't think it's going to get any easier in the short term. But I believe that we can all do something, and I believe it will be for our benefit. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and help a girl out. Thanks. That helps so much, and it's free. Yay! You can do that, and it helps other people know that they can do it too. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you later.